everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I'm Nuzhat Sana and in this video I'll discuss today's top current and static general studies questions for UPSC Prelims Examination 2022 onwards. And these questions are framed keeping in view both the factual as well as analytical aspects of UPSC Prelims exam. Also, I would like to inform you that these questions are part of GK Today's UPSC Prelims test series, which is available in GK Today Android app. And the test series for 2022 Prelims examination comprises total of 7500 questions, divided 2500 questions on current general studies and 5000 questions on static general studies. And the series has started from May 2021 and it will end with UPSC Prelims Examinations 2022. So if you wish to access all questions of GK Today UPSC Prelims test series, you may subscribe the test series in the app. So now without wasting any further time, let's get started.
So today this is our lecture number 36 and now let's start. Question number 1. PACE or Platform for Accelerating Circular Economy is an initiative of. So this is the initiative of which organization? First of all, what is PACE? It was launched in the year 2018 by the World Economic Forum, United Nations Environment Programme, World Resources Initiative and several other partners. And what is circular economy? It is an economic system that seeks to reuse, repair, recover, remanufacture and regenerate the materials to enable sustainability. And this helps the extraction of maximum value from each product. Okay? So this system is in contrast with the linear economic model of take, make and dispose, which puts a strain on the natural resources and gives rise to the issues of waste management. Okay, so your correct answer is option number B. And talking about World Economic Forum, it is a Swiss non-profit foundation established in the year 1971 based in Geneva, Switzerland. And the aim of World Economic Forum is to improve the state of the world by engaging business, political, academic and other leaders of society to shape global, regional and indigenous agendas. Okay, and talking about PACE, it is basically a public-private collaboration platform for global leaders and their organizations to accelerate the transition to a circular economy at a scale that can improve human and environmental well-being for current and future generations. Okay, so basically the strategy of PACE focuses on 3 activity pillars. First is leadership, second is learning and third is project. So the pillars closely interact with one another to implement and scale the circular approaches. Fine. Next question. Which of the following is our schemes of Ministry of Women and Child Development? So basically we have to tell that which of the following schemes comes under Ministry of Women and Child Development. Okay. First is Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana. This obviously comes under Ministry of Women and Child Development and it is a maternity benefit program that provides a conditional cash transfer of 6,000 rupees. Now why it was in news? Because recently the government has crossed 1.75 crore eligible women till the financial year 2020 and a total sum of 5,931.95 crore rupees was paid to 1.75 crore eligible beneficiaries between financial year 2018 to 2020. And cash benefits are provided to pregnant women in their bank accounts directly to meet enhanced nutritional needs and partially compensate for their wage loss. Okay, so this is right. Second is Ujjwala scheme. This scheme also comes under Ministry of Women and Child Development and it is a scheme to prevent trafficking of women. So yes, this is also right. Third is Pradhan Mantri Surakshit Matritva Abhiyan. This comes under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and not under Ministry of Women and Child Development, and it provides free antenatal care to the pregnant women in their second and third trimesters. Okay. Now talking about some of the objectives of this scheme. First of all, it seeks to provide a healthy life to the pregnant woman. Secondly, it helps in reducing the MMR, that is maternal mortality rate. Also, it creates awareness of pregnant women health issues and various type of health diseases from which they can be infected. And lastly, they make sure safe delivery and healthy life of babies. Okay, so this is wrong. And last is Janani Suraksha Yojana. It is an initiative for reducing maternal mortality rate and infant mortality rate, and it is implemented under the National Rural Health Mission by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So basically this Yojana was launched in April 2005 by modifying NMBC, that is National Maternity Benefit Scheme, and the scheme focuses on poor pregnant women with special dispensation for the states having low institutional delivery rates. For example, UP, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Assam, Rajasthan, etc. And not only this, BPL pregnant women, that is below poverty line pregnant women who prefer to deliver at home, are entitled to a cash assistance of 500 rupees per delivery regardless of age of woman and number of children. Okay, so this is also wrong, and correct answer becomes only 1 and 2. Question number 3. Which of the following Buddhist sites in India are also the UNESCO World Heritage Sites? First is Ellora Caves. These are a UNESCO World Heritage Site located in Aurangabad of Maharashtra, and caves 1 to 12 hold Buddhist monuments and vihars. Second is Ajanta Caves. These are another UNESCO World Heritage Site located in Aurangabad in the state of Maharashtra, and the site has 30 rock-cut Buddhist caves. Fine. Then third is Elephanta Caves. These are in Elephanta Islands of Maharashtra, and they are also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the site has Buddhist stupa, mounds and caves. And last is Mahabodhi Temple. These lie in Bodh Gaya, Bihar, and they are also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So it marks the site where Buddha attained enlightenment. So actually all are correct. Right answer becomes option number D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Next question. Which of the following fauna found in India are antelopes? First of all, what are antelopes? These are described as a wide variety of horned mammals in the family Bovidae. Now let's see which among the following are antelopes. First is Nilgai. It is the largest among Indian antelopes, and it is the only species under the Boselaphus genus, and it is found throughout the northern part of Indian subcontinent. Second is black buck, or you can say Indian antelope. It is found in India and Nepal, and it is listed under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Then third is Chinkara, or Indian gazelle. It is found in India, Pakistan, Afghanistan and Iran, and it is one of the smallest of Indian antelopes. And last is Chausingha, or four-horned antelope. It is a vulnerable species found in India and Nepal. So all are right, and correct answer becomes option number D. Now why it was in news? Because recently a census carried out by the Odisha State Forest Department revealed that Odisha's black buck population has doubled in last 6 years. Okay, and talking about black buck, it is a species of antelope that is found in India and Nepal, and they are widespread in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Odisha and other areas throughout peninsular India. And it is considered as epitome of grassland, and also it is the fastest animal in the world after cheetah. Also it has been declared as the state animal of Punjab, Haryana and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and talking about its protection status, first of all, it has been included in Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Already I have told you here. Secondly, the IUCN status of this particular species is least concern, and it has also been included in Appendix 3 of CITES. Okay. Now coming to last question. With reference to various awards of global repute, consider the following matches. First is Annie Award Literature. Annie Award is actually an international award for research in energy frontier awarded by the Italian oil and gas firm named as Annie, and it is considered as the Nobel Prize in Energy Research. So this is not related to literature, it is wrong. Second is Fields Medal in Mathematics. Fields Medal is considered as Nobel Prize in the field of mathematics, and it is awarded by International Mathematical Union. Third is Pritzker Prize Architecture. Pritzker Prize is Nobel Prize in Architecture, and it is awarded by the Hyatt Foundation. So 2 and 3 are right, and correct answer becomes only 2 and 3. Now apart from it, Sveriges Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences is considered as Nobel Prize in the field of economics, and the award is presented by Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. If you want to give any review, feedback or suggestion regarding these lectures, you can tell us in the comment section. Definitely we'll try to implement that. And now we'll meet again tomorrow with 5 more new and interesting questions. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. And please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.